Hey fashionistas, welcome back to Salemfashion YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful boo crop top with just 1 yard of fabric. So if you're interested, stay tuned to the end of the tutorial to see how it turns out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click on the subscribe button now, even before we begin, to join the Salemfashion family. Let's get straight into the tutorial. And so guys, to begin this tutorial, this is the fabric that I'm going to be working with, okay? So because this fabric I'm working with is so slippery, I'm going to be cutting the back and the front separately. So this is the back piece that I laid down on the floor here, and the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead now and pin them down on all the sides just to secure it down. So I have gone ahead to draw out my starting line, and then the length of my fabric here is 22 inches, but you can work with whatever length that works best for you, okay? It can be shorter or longer depending on your preference. So next I'm going to go ahead and indicate half of the shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 inches for me right here, and then I'll be taking the rest of the length of the fabric for the sleeve length, and this is 14 inches on this point that I marked out, okay? So next I'm going to go ahead and come over to the folded part here and indicate my neck width of 3.5 inches. Then I'll come down by 1.5 inches for the neck depth for the back, okay? I'll go ahead now and indicate it on that point. Then I'll go ahead and use my curve ruler to just draw out the neckline curve just like so. So after that I'm done, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to come down by 1 inch on this side for my shoulder slant, and then I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect it back into the neckline, okay? Okay, so now after connecting my shoulder slant, I'm going to come down by my sleeve opening from that shoulder slope, and I'm going to go ahead and mark 10 inches for my sleeve opening, okay? So after that I'll still use my straight ruler to just square it down to get a straight line on that point. Okay, so now that I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and come and just slant it out just like a little sleeve point and take it all the way down to the full length. So after I'm done, I'll go ahead and begin to cut it out just like you see here. I'll just trim it out and then follow just the little shape down there and take it all the way down to the full length of the sleeve. And that is basically it for the drafting part, and this is the back, okay? So I'll be using this to cut out the front. So now I have laid the front fabric on the floor, and then I'm trying to align the back pieces on top. So after that I'll go ahead now and begin to cut it out just like so. This fabric is so slippery, guys. I am trying all my possible best to manage it, okay? So I'll just go ahead and cut it out on all the sides. So after cutting it out, I'll go ahead and unpin it, and this is what we have. I'll go ahead and unpin it, okay? So after separating them, I'll lay back the front piece, and then I'll try to cut out the front V neckline in front. So from that point, from that sleeve, from the neck width, I'm just going to go ahead and come down by 9 inches for my V neckline, okay? And then I'll use my straight ruler to just connect the V neckline just like you see me doing here. So after that now, guys, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so after cutting it out, this is what we have looking. This is what the V neckline is looking. Really simple tutorial if you follow closely. So the next thing I'll do is to join both pieces together. The fine sides will face each other while I go ahead to the sewing machine now and join them on the shoulder, okay? Okay, so guys, after joining it on the shoulder, this is what we have here now. The next thing I will do is to use my bias tape to just pipe the neckline. So I don't have a matching bias tape, but this is the one that is more closest to the fabric I'm working with. So I'll go ahead now and use it, okay? So while placing your bias tape, ensure that you have some little allowance after the V neckline, meaning that you shouldn't place it just exactly on the point of the V neckline. Ensure that it passes with about 1 inch, okay? So now I'll go ahead and begin to sew it down just like you see. Okay, so after the first stitch now, this is what we have it looking like. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and turn it over now into the wrong side like so, and then I'll be top stitching on that point from the wrong side. Okay, I'll pin it down and then I'll go ahead and proceed to sew it down. So guys, after I'm done with the neckline, this is what we have having looking here. I couldn't iron it because there's no light right now, but I'm going to do that later. Okay, so if you have light, go ahead and iron it down neatly before proceeding. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do now is to turn it over to the wrong side, and then I'll go ahead and join the sides together on both sides. Okay, join the side together, and then I'll go ahead and finish the sleeve, meaning I'll hem the sleeve, and then after hemming the sleeve, I'll go ahead and also hem the lower part, okay, by about 1 inch, because we'll be doing a gathers there, and then I'll come back and show you what it is looking like. So guys, after sewing it down, finishing it, this is what we have looking here. I have joined the sides together. This is what the back is looking, and this is what the front is looking as well. So we're going to be attaching our elastic casing down below, but you have to leave a small opening on the end here so that you can pass your elastic casing through there. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and begin to insert my elastic from that end, just like so. Okay, so I am done now guys. I'll go ahead and just close out my elastic casing, and then I'll close that other part that was open. So this is what the top is looking like. Okay, really simple. I hope that this tutorial was helpful. This is very simple and also very stylish and classy at the same time. Okay, so that is basically it for this tutorial guys. If you have watched this video till the end, kindly comment this emoji down below so I know my real fashion friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.